Alright, here we go. For the next thing we have to do when getting ready to mix is remove what is not necessary. So just for instance, we're going to come down here. Now that's bleed. See, all of that is bleed.
Must be voodoo.
So, in this case, grab some scissors, cut that over here. Now, that'll save on processing power and it won't make any mud in the mix. This is reason why you would. Oh, that was wrong. So let's Control Z that. Did I not take a pair of scissors and cut that? Let's move on a bit further here. Now that's obviously all bleed. Now, since I've already listened to this, I'm pretty sure that's all bleed. But you should listen to the track before you do anything.
Me.
See, we don't need that in there. Because that's, noise that we don't need. So basically, you don't want to, I don't like deleting stuff out of range. See, I missed that again. Could have sworn I cut that. That time I did. And you fix up, you could zoom in here. See, here, that's some noise there. And you could fix these up here and add some crossfades, I guess. Well, this is not a cross, but a fade in and a fade out where there's no noise. Like, I'm doing this all in the box, so I have to save on all the power I can because I'm using Linux and an older machine. I think Windows 8 was the last one that went on this machine. It's just a quad core. It's actually not a quad core. It's a dual 2-core, which makes it 4-core, but I don't know. In the computer world, I'm not sure what it means, but all I know is that with Linux, it works a lot better. So this is the type of thing you have to do. Go to all, or you're going to need a gate for all of this, all that noise, because basically the machine will calculate that, do math every time there's something there. Like I said, you have to be careful.
Must be voodoo. Must be some mystic gone right.
See, that's how that sounds like. Let me take that out. Delete. I'm going to bring this back a little bit. I think that's about there. Let's hear it now. I'm going to bring this up here.
Must be voodoo.
So we could bring that back a little bit more.
Must be voodoo.
could zoom in.
Voodoo. Voodoo.
See, crossfades don't have to be that big. They just have to be there so you don't get a click sound.
Voodoo. 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 Voodoo.
So now,
Must be voodoo. Must be some mystical prophecy. Must be voodoo. Must
see all that noise that's in there? You could use a gate to get rid of all that noise. Or just do what I just did. And remove it by yourself. Stop that.
Must be some. Must.
Of course, this takes some time, but it's preparation. Of course, I'm just one guy, so I don't have my assistant doing any of this.
Mystical prophecy. Must be.
And basically, you go through the whole thing.
Must be voodoo. Must be voodoo.
You hear that click there?
Must be voodoo.
Yeah.
Must be the powers that be. Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, instead of using a gate, and this is digital, so you could do that. Now, you got to listen to it first in solo. Because, for instance, the vocal from the person called Erica, well, she's got some, as you could tell, there's some other stuff here, and it gets louder. Her voice is rather dynamic. That's all noise. So you could delete that. Here or there. Well, I've already listened to her, so I know there's nothing there.
Must be.
You hear? Ooh. So basically, you go through that like that. And same thing for something like over here, I'm cutting out the toms, as it were. See, all that is just bleed. I know because I listened to it already, but you got to listen to it yourself. Find out what is what. This is the floor tom, right? Over here, I took out, this is the snare. I took out all the beginning of the bass drum. And that removes, you know, all the excess muddy noise that you don't need. So then when it's at the beginning, here this is the toms. Now the overheads you won't be doing that. You'll be keeping everything in the overheads as as it is in the room mics. So now all you get when you start from the beginning is a solo button. See all that extra mud overhangs on everything, so some things get hidden. So the less there is, the less masking happens. So like that's the tom, back tom. So there's nothing there. See that? And that's basically how you prepare it for the next step. Listen to it, cut out what is not necessary. Like here, I'm not sure if that has any tom. It sounds more like a floor tom to me in there. But here I know for a fact that there's nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there, because I've already listened to it. Here there's a bit of floor tom there. A lot of floor tom there. I'm not sure about this one. So the less mud, less masking possibility, and things will come out better. Yeah, you can do all of that. Even for the kick and snare. But then that's a lot of cutting. But that's up to you. I am going to use gate during the mixing process. This is Ardour 6.9, and on Linux, AVL MX Edition 21. Yeah. And that's basically step 2 of getting stuff ready. The first step was to gain stage for no peaking and get a nice level to work with. Yeah, I played with EQ. I bust them because apparently it's better to EQ them together because of phase issues. Yeah, check phase. These ones are both going up and down at the same time. On Linux, I think there's a phase checker. I'm going to have to look it up. On Windows, of course, you have devices to do that, right? Plugins to do that. So that's it for now. All right. See you in the next video.